Hey there, this is Lady Jamers, and remember when I was at Ocean City and I said I would do a separate video of the James Fralinger and the Shriver? Well, I have to tell you something. I took a ton of pictures and a little bit of video of Shrivers, and I noticed that all these videos was kind of, well, overkill. But I noticed also that I did not really have that much information about the James and Fralingers. So I did a little bit of research and I found something that surprised me about them, and I thought I would tell that to you today. Now, also said that we're gonna have a taste test. I got chocolate and vanilla on James, Fralingers, and Shrivers. And after our little story, I'm going to do a taste test for you. And I'm sure that little bang on the table is going to sound huge on video. They usually do. So, first a little bit about James. Enoch James of the James Candy Company had been tinkering on his recipe for saltwater taffy for years. Now, like I said, that on the Did You Know About Saltwater Taffy? Saltwater taffy was started in 1880s. Now, taffy itself had been around for a long time. The difference really between saltwater taffy and regular taffy is something I also found out during this month, is that saltwater taffy is softer. Regular taffy is kind of medium to hard kind of consistency, and as they said in the little clip I have about James, it was here. This was designed not to pull out people's teeth, where regular taffy can. So, back to tinkering with the taffy recipe. In the 1880s, Enoch James relocated his family to Atlantic City to sell his confection. His recipe was different than most, and it wasn't, as I said, it was designed not to pull out people's teeth. It was smooth, creamy, and came in a variety of flavors and cut to fit your mouth. As you can notice, it's a little bit different in shape here. Now, at first, James made his taffy the old-fashioned way. He cooked it in a copper kettle over a coal fire and cooled it on marble slabs. And then he took a large hook and just pulled the taffy over and over again. And, I had a friend whose family owned a candy store also in Atlantic City, just a small one. And he said that you really do get muscles when you do it the old-fashioned way with the pulling on the little peg. That gives it its light and smooth taste. In 1907, James introduced the taffy wrapping machines, electric ovens, candy pulling machines, and vacuum cooking kettles. And a lot of those are still at work today. Meanwhile, over at Fralinger's, Joseph Fralinger worked in many jobs. He was a glass blower, a fish merchant, a bricklayer, and he was a candy merchant. In 1884, he was approached to take over a candy stand on Applegate Pier. He agreed and began to perfect his own recipe for saltwater taffy. He started with molasses taffy, which is one of my favorite flavors, and in 1880, and he did that in 1885, and through the years, he has offered 25 different flavors. It was the largest selection in Atlantic City, and he got a chain of stores. Now, for those of you who are wondering, Philadelphia has a Mummers Parade, and one of the groups in the Mummers Parade that's on usually on New Year's Day was Joseph's nephew John, also known as JJ, who formed the Fralinger string band that plays in the Mummers. And they don't do half bad. Now, the James and the Fralingers companies were bought out. James was bought by the Glasser Company, the Glasser family, in 1947. Later, in 1990, they bought Fralingers, and they also bought Bayard's chocolates. And they are doing well today. If you go on, if you look up Fralingers, you will get James' website. And if you go to the actual store, you go to Fralingers. So basically, you can get both of these online. And there was a small little hiccup on the way. On November 7th, 2018, the James Company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This allowed them to pay off their creditors and reorganize. And if they didn't have, good luck in reorganizing, I probably wouldn't be doing this video right now, to tell you the honest truth. So, like I said, it was a small hiccup along the way, and luckily they were able to get out of their little financial woes. So, whenever you're at Atlantic City, or Ocean City for that matter, go to Fralinger's, and if you don't want to wait, order online at James Company. All the links will be in the description below. And now for the candy tasting. Which one, in Lady Jamer's humble opinion, is the best? Now, like I said, I grew up with both of these, and I was kind of partial to this one. And then, I'm mixing them up. And then I got older, and I liked Shriver's a little bit better. So, I purposely just got two flavors to see which one is better. And for kind of sake, you could say, I think it would be fun to have Mom and not Oliver in the video, but she's a little camera shy. So if you want to see how my mom looks, go on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page. She's hardly ever on the Instagram page, but there are some pictures of her on my Facebook page, which I hardly ever use. So here's the vanilla James one. And it's creamy, it's chewy, and it's smooth. And this is why on the history of the, did you know, for saltwater taffy, I said you can put it in the refrigerator. The refrigerator will get it kind of hard, and it's not too soft, but it's slowly getting there. You can definitely taste the difference between the James and the Frailinger's formula. And I like how the Glassner family kept the formulas, if you want to call it, separate. Now, this one to me tastes more like a regular taffy taste, where this one is kind of more smooth. And let's try the Shrivers. Now I am expecting the Shrivers actually taste a little bit more like the Frailingers. Now Shrivers puts on a little extra wrapper attached to their wrapper, whereas Frailingers and, where did I put that wrapper for the other one? And James doesn't. So, now, surprisingly, literally, the three of them are completely different but have the same flavor profile. This one is kind of smooth, creamy, and doesn't really taste that little bit of taffy taste, and this is like definite taffy. Now this one is smooth and creamy, but has that little bit of taffy taste. So I think I found out why I've been liking Shrivers a little bit more as an adult. Because when you first taste it, you just taste the smooth creaminess. And then as it's in your mouth, you taste the taffiness, if you know what I mean. Now, it's not really worth doing the chocolate. We can see which one has the more chocolatey, but that's for another time, just maybe a little bit of bite. Now, this one is Shrivers. Tastes a little bit like a Tootsie Roll, honestly. And this one's a little bit more, look at it, it's stringy and a little bit harder. Now that one, it's not as strong with the chocolate taste. This one actually has this kind of a strong, it's kind of slightly on the darker chocolate side. So, for the vanilla. If I had to choose between James and Fralingers, I would choose Fralingers. But the chocolate, I would choose James over Fralingers. And we have a little cat fight in the background. So they just went into the next room, and I don't have to stop the tape. So, I would love if I could send all of you some saltwater taffy, but that's too expensive. So, get some online. Like I said, I'll have all the links to the companies and the links to the articles that I got from this. And I'll even add Shriver's website, so that way if you want to do your own little test street, you can. This is Lady Jamers saying like, subscribe, tell your friends about my channel. Remember to hit those notification bells and enjoy the little montage that I have before and after this video. Bye-bye. Take care. Here is Fralinger's coffee place. One of the places I talk about, and did you know about saltwater taffy? And also come here, get a picture to go along with my crazy bananas. So there's Fralingers. One that is